If I do both of these things, if I open this straw and I insert it here, anywhere here, here, anywhere here it goes in, I cannot open this and still drink out of here because the straw will be in here. It will make an overlapping threatening. And that's how there's no such thing as that I would be illegally cohabitating with somebody who's not myself. I would not agree to that. It's overlapping the threatening. The housing is one key for one person. I wouldn't copy the key and give it to somebody else. That's true that they might ask for it, but it's not true that I would offer. Same is true for, I would not share this with somebody who's not myself. And probably they wouldn't go for it because it's not very much. So, what can I say about Charles Toe on this internet? I'm posting it on YouTube, another channel of Charles Toe, and it is from another cellular phone personal communication device that is not mine. It was obtained by Charles Toe, and I saw him use it before he left here, and he didn't come back so far, maybe for now and maybe forever. I would like to know who in YouTube is going to help me with this reality TV purification karma. Why is there reality TV on, let's say, MTV and VH1 and A&E has some kind of reality shows, but maybe they're different than reality shows that are on TLC? So these are the channels on Cox Cable Company, Las Vegas, Nevada cable service. And I am letting you know that I have no karma to be here, but I would like to talk about why do I have any kind of karma at all? And that's because you don't listen to the threatening that I am. I start the threatening. When you say no to something that is against yourself, you're saying no to myself. I say if something is against myself, that's you being against myself, but it's not due to myself that you're against myself. And you cannot, each one of you, speak as though you are myself. You're like myself, and that you would live your life as I would live my life, and you would be acceptable in society that way. I don't live in society elsewhere. I would create society and I would give it deceased. But I don't actually think that if you are like myself, that you would be welcome in society. That's not true. You are not myself. You are due in an unclean death because I can see you. You're not due near myself. I'm none higher than me, deceased, and you're not due near myself. You're due homeless and deceased. Do you know how to be homeless and deceased? It's not by being well behaved on money. It's if somebody's threatening yourself, you have to know that you don't want to be alive in the threatening, and you have to ask your God for your own unclean death. And that is usually involving a prison. It's true that you have to go through the threatening to land yourself in the prison. You can't just take my word for it. I would also like to say that I know Noah Rickun homeless. He's homeless because he's not myself. He's homeless because he sexually abused myself. Why? I'm none higher than me, deceased. Where are you going with that? There's nowhere I can't find you because I am myself. Well, it would make me hotly angry, except for that I don't have much bliss in it. What makes me angry elsewhere is when I have bliss in myself and somebody is breaking that I am myself blissing. I can't be near that. But what you want is you want to offend myself. And that's lower. I don't get as angry about that, but I am angry that it happened so many times over the course of 45 years of alive, and you don't give up. You don't withdraw your objections to myself, and I am going to have to change for that. I will have to get angry about that. It's true that you don't actually have extract out of this formed world any sort of self for yourself that you would get an unclean death. I still, on these videos, commonly over the videos, I talk about you as you plural, or you all, or the creator eight. And that's because you don't show in front of myself that you have a self and that you would die with yourself. You may not be a very long-lasting formed body, but you have yourself. It's pointed at that you need to be elsewheres in God. That means you need to have health, you need to have yourself deceased, you need to have an unclean death on yourself if one is due on the point that it's due, and you can't be saying, well, I just don't have a long lasting form. That's true that you don't, but you have to have the order. You have to be the order that alived yourself. If you alive yourself in the omnipotence of God, you have to be within that omnipotence describing the kind of self that you are and die an unclean death of yourself. You cannot die just because the world stopped creating time for you. That will not alive again with myself deceased here. I will see you in your prisons.